I'm Dr. Chris Ho, and today I want to share with you a piece of writing I did back in 2019. It's a short article on something as human and simple as friendship, yet the language is deliberately more advanced. Think of B2 C1 level. Even if you are just listening, I promise it will challenge you because beneath the everyday topic lies some sophisticated expression and exploration. In this episode, I will first get you interested with the full friendship pyramid passage. Listen for the rhythm, the imagery, and the wordplay, and notice how an everyday theme can be conveyed with richer, more textured language. Then we'll unpack the advanced features and techniques I employed, wordplay and sound patterns, metaphors and imagery, structured devices, stylistic features, rhetorical tools, cultural vocabulary, Greek love terms, abstract complex structures, and deliberate wordplay throughout. So we explore each feature in detail, and I'll show you how to use them in your own spoken and written English, raising you to the next level. But first, here's the entire friendship pyramid passage that I wrote. Sit back and enjoy the experience. There are 6 levels: bust, must, trust, just, rust, and dust. Dust friends. You probably can't call them friends, so we call them dust people. So, dust or dirt. People are not friends. These are the treacherous ones and suspicious strangers. People you thought could be friends, but turn out to be unreliable, untrustworthy, even out to use, suck, and extract from you. They are the clutter and gutter of life. You treat them like dirt, sweeping them into the drain like dust and wiping them off. We hope we don't meet many of them. Next, we have rust friends. Rust friends are people that include acquaintances, many people that we interact with in daily, purely transactional exchanges like colleagues, workmates at work, class and schoolmates at university, classmates at college, and neighbors at the shops. They are merely tucked away in boxes. You know them only on the surface and in particular context and situation. And they often crawl out of the woodworks when they need something of you. We have next just friends. Yeah, they're just friends. Just friends make up the majority of our circle. Class, schoolmates, classmates can be just friends, college colleagues, workmates at the office. Some were the rust friends, but some are just friends. You recognize them, you greet them, you engage with them on matters, many matters in the course of living. While you may spend much time together, you know only a little of them. Some more than others, but always superficial and dispassionately. Your interactions are limited to tasks and purposes in front of you. However, level 3 friends, the trust friends, may emerge from this group. Next, we have trust friends. What transforms acquaintances into trust friends? Trust friends inhabit that zone. Trust must be granted, received, and reciprocated. It grows only with time, effort, cultivation, and most crucially, vulnerability. As you place more trust in each other, you also grow in respect and responsibility. Care and compassion come in concert. Words and actions carry more weight and commitment. This is the true foundation of genuine friendships. Then we have a smaller circle, the must friends. What makes a must friend so rare? They're the ones you first call at 3 a.m., the few in whom you share the most urgent and important events of your life. They will go out of their way to hold you, lift you, and carry you along when you're weak, even when it's not convenient. Their mutual trust withstands stress and strain. We'd be lucky to have 5 such hands to hold. They are unnecessary for survival, but they are very certainly a must in giving value and richness to life. Get that? Bust friends, the top on the pyramid. Bust or bosom friends. Bust friends, the pinnacle of the pyramid. Bust or bosom friends are very rare and precious. Sadly, many people will not have any. Bust or bosom friends are the closest. Hopefully, our spouse will be one of them. The Greeks call this filial love, distinct from erotic eros. We are not merely talking about the eros between a husband and a wife, but a further communion on top of it. The ancient Greeks distinguished 4 loves: eros, which is sexual, philia, which is friendship, storge, which is family love, and agape, which is unconditional love. Yet today, we tend to gravitate only to eros and overlook the rest. Except for agape, each of the other 3 is equally potent. Filial love embraces friendship without erotic tones. A bust friend combines both eros and philia. Many marriages begin in filial love, later blossoming to include eros. Such a union is blessed and contain more meaning, strength, and beauty than the one relying predominantly on eros or erotic love alone. Granted, not everyone marries, nor every marriage yields a storge love, but everyone can have a bust friend of deep bosom filial love. You are very lucky to have 1 or 2 bust or bosom friends. Now, you've heard the entire friendship pyramid. Let's dive straight into a spotlight on its English and highlight a handful of standout techniques in about just a few minutes. 1. UST. Ust. It's a word play or sound pattern. Notice how each of the 6 levels rhymes on UST. Bust, must, trust, just, rust, and dust. By changing only the first consonant, I signal a clear shift in meaning and value. Bust at the summit versus dust at the base. This minimal pair pattern trains your ear, refocuses and reinforces the hierarchy, and stamps each level in your memory. Dust, not really friends at all. The word dust works here because dust is something we want to ignore. It clutters, it irritates, and if we don't clean it away, it makes life worse. Dust people are not true friends. They may even be harmful. They could betray you, use you, or simply drain your time and energy. Like dust, they're better swept out of your life, out of sight. Next, we have rust friends. So they're surface level, always there, but not shining. So that's what rust is. So rust describes acquaintances who are around but without depth. Rust clings to metal and dulls its shine. So just as these people are present in our daily lives, colleagues, neighbors, classmates, yet the connection is shallow. They may approach when they want something, but otherwise stay in the background. You can polish rust, but until you do, it stays surface only. Next comes the just friends. Just friends, no more, no less. Just friends. Here, just means only. These are the people you greet and chat with when circumstances bring you together. For example, at work, at the gym, at church, you're friendly but not close. You know little about them, but you don't share your inner life. They are just friends in the plainest sense of the word. Here's where we get serious. Trust friends, where real friendship starts. The key word here is trust. This is where acquaintances, just friends, turns into genuine trust friendship. Trust is built over time through reliability, care, and mutual respect. These friends are dependable, they keep confidences, and they can be counted on to help. Trust is the solid foundation for any deeper, lasting relationship. They are very important. Next up, must friends. These are friends you cannot imagine life without. They are absolutely necessary. These are friends you call up first in a crisis, the ones who will show up even when it's inconvenient. They know your struggles, your joys, and your fears. You can be open and vulnerable with them without fear of judgment. They may be few, but that's all you need. And they give you strength, they give your life comfort, and more importantly, meaning. Finally, we have our bosom or bust friend, your heart's closest friend. The old term bosom friend means someone held close to your heart. That's your bosom. And here it's playfully shortened to bust, your bust. But the meaning is deep. This is your closest companion, often your life partner or spiritual soulmate. They know you inside and out, flaws, quirks, and all, warts and all, and accept you, nevertheless, accepting you completely. This relationship blends deep friendship, we call it philia, with sometimes love, eros. It's rare, it's precious, and for many, life's greatest friendship, like your spouse. Now, the imagery, the pyramid and gutter. The pyramid itself is a potent metaphor. It has broad base of shallow connection, narrowing to a rare peak of deep friendship. In contrast, dust people are described as the clutter and gutter of life, swept into the drain. That gritty image tells you exactly how discardable these relationships feel. No lengthy explanation needed. They are just dust, clutter and gutter of life. Next technique is the rhetorical questions and contrasts, which I peppered in the middle levels with questions like, what makes a must friend so rare? What transforms acquaintances into confidantes? These invite you to pause and reflect before I offer the answer. Pair that with contrasts, not friends, but acquaintances, or friendship without erotic tones, sometimes fused with eros. And you get the dynamic clarity. Each definition pops against its opposite. Next, repetition for rhythm and reinforcement. Take the just level, just friends. You recognize them, you greet them, you engage them, you say hi to them. So that's repetition and reinforcement that this is how just level friends are. Or trust. Trust must be granted, must be received, and reciprocated. So three repetitions. Those triple verb structures built a cadence that's almost musical. Granted, received, and reciprocal. Sorry, granted, received, and reciprocated. And they hammer home each level's core action in 3 beats. Next, the register shifts and the use of cultural vocabulary. So throughout, I mix formal terms like transactional, vulnerability, and cultivation with colloquial flourishes such as crawling out of the woodworks. That juxtaposition keeps the tone human and unpredictable. And then I dropped a few Greek love terms: eros, philia, storge, and agape, that expands the listener's cultural lexicon and deepens the top level's significance. Mm. That's just our quick tour of 4 advanced features of English that is embedded in this passage. In future episodes, we could unpack one level at a time, perhaps a full level on one aspect, one feature, or a masterclass in rhetorical questioning. For now, you've seen how everyday friendship can be rendered in sophisticated B2C1 level English, rich in wordplay, imagery, structure, and register. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next deep dive.